In the last few months, there's been a lot of talk about robo-signing and other improper foreclosure practices by banks. Our NBC News investigation found that this is more than sloppy paperwork. In many cases, it is intentional, and it matters.
Are you all still in the house?
Foreclosure court in Jacksonville.
It's appropriate to proceed at this point. And
set up to clear a huge backlog of foreclosure cases here.
That they're in foreclosure and as to the balances due.
Critics have called it the rocket docket. The state of Florida requires foreclosure cases to pass through a court process before a foreclosure can become final. That's made foreclosure courts, like the one here in Jacksonville, a very good place to analyze the fine print of what loan servicers are doing. David Goldman, a lawyer for embattled homeowners, says the fine print often reveals something very troubling.
We're seeing a lot of documents that have been created for the sole purpose of litigation or to make it easier for the banks to complete the process of removing the homeowner from the house.
So manufactured documents?
Yes.
Among the seemingly manufactured documents we were shown by lawyers, contradictory paperwork on who owns a mortgage, documents recently created about companies which no longer even exist, sworn statements attesting to facts the signer does not know. Have a look at this product list for one document recovery service, now closed down. It offers to obtain missing or lost documents and to create them too. And how often do you see them?
Constant.
James Kowalski, a former homicide prosecutor turned foreclosure lawyer, says it's all about speeding up foreclosures.
There's a financial incentive for speed and a financial incentive to manufacture documents to support your efforts.
Cindy Dixon, a forensic auditor who's reviewed hundreds of thousands of mortgages nationwide, says 60 to 65% of them were missing key documents, including those giving banks the legal right to foreclose.
60 to 65% of them do not have legal ownership rights to foreclose on these properties.
How widespread is this? We ask a group of lawyers who handle cases for people of limited means. How many of you have seen manufactured documents in your cases? Just everyone.
They know exactly what dots need to be connected, and they go out and they get the documents that they need.
What is the problem with these documents? Attorney Allison Albert said it was done to her clients, Diana and David Loans, facing foreclosure on the home they've lived in for 20 years.
We have two documents executed within a week of filing with different information on them, different dates, different entities.
Their servicer would not comment, citing pending litigation. The banks generally say such problems are technicalities and honest mistakes. Diana says it's just plain wrong.
In all fairness, you're taking away a person's home. There shouldn't be any room for those type of mistakes, not when you're going to be putting a family on the street.
Some foreclosure lawyers and auditors say these mistakes are adding up to wrongful foreclosures. The major banks declined to be interviewed. They've told Congress that questionable practices were isolated and have been stopped. They also say they're reviewing foreclosure cases to be sure everything is in order before moving ahead. However, the Justice Department and 50 state attorneys general are still investigating the irregularities. Have a look at our next report, Trying to Save a Home from Foreclosure, one family's story.